Hello, Firebird families. It's Mr. P here. Mrs. Garcia is also going to be joining me for this video, and there'll be a series of videos just to inform students, parents, and community on procedures that will allow us to return to school in a safe manner. We are so excited to welcome students back to the Gavilan Peak campus. Now, kindergarten, you're going to report back September 24th, grades 1 through 3, September 29th, grades 4 through 6th, October 5th, and finally grades 7th and 8th, October 14th. Campus has been really quiet without our students, but we're excited that that's all about to change. Although reporting back to campus is going to be a little bit different than it has been in the past. We want to ensure that our students and staff take the steps necessary to ensure a healthy and safe environment.
This video will go over general school rules and procedures that all people on campus will follow. In addition to the school procedures, each classroom and grade level may use additional safety protocols based upon schedule and needs.
In this video, first, we'll cover the general cleaning protocols. I'll quickly summarize some of the various protocols, but district expectations can be found again at that website, deusd.org/return to school. Our staff will be sanitizing and disinfecting daily, following district guidelines. Additional cleaning can and will take place in the classrooms. To assist in this daily cleaning, our teachers may be reaching out to you for additional items such as hand sanitizer, Clorox, or Lysol wipes. Cleaning supplies are available throughout the classrooms and will be used by the teacher and the custodial staff in the morning and afternoons, especially on identified high touch points or areas that students will be touching the most. Each day, our plant foreman will ensure each classroom has refreshed and needed cleaning supplies. Teachers will also be provided training materials to ensure they're properly using those cleaning supplies. In addition to classroom cleaning, the custodial staff will be scheduled to clean those high touch points throughout the day. Our custodial staff is also scheduled to disinfect areas on our campus after school departure.
Welcome, parents. The custodial staff is preparing the campus for a unique beginning of the school year. The steps that we are taking to keep everyone safe are the following: disinfecting all touch points daily, both before and after school. During the school hours, we will be using sanitizer as well.
Movement of students and staff on campus will be defined. Staff will be discussing the movement map with students upon return. Directions and markings will be throughout campus, identifying what direction students are allowed to walk and transition to class. When moving throughout campus, social distancing will be maintained. 7th and 8th grade class transitions will be staggered, minimizing the amount of middle school students switching classes. Students will be expected to socially distance during transitions. Teachers will ensure students and classes are socially distanced when transitioning to specials and lunch or recess. All transitions between classes will be socially distanced. Students will be assigned to a specific desk in their class or classes every day, where they will remain.
Okay, now we find ourselves in the classroom. Classroom settings are set up to socially distance and provide student pods to limit student exposure to each other. We're going to go and tour a couple of classrooms and show you some examples. Classrooms are set up to maximize social distancing. Teachers can share with you their specific plan for classroom setup, as it can vary based upon furniture as well as the number of students. Again, there could be individual seats, there could be tables, or the concept of pods to limit exposure. But again, the students are going to sit in the same seats every day so we can trace who they are around. Classrooms will be sanitized using district cleaning supplies and protocols between classes.
face masks. Face masks must be worn on campus. Deer Valley will follow the face covering guidelines outlined by the Maricopa County Department of Health Service guidelines. Face coverings must also be worn on district transportation vehicles, including buses. Breaks will be provided to our students to remove their face masks during the day. These will occur outdoors where social distancing can take place. Face coverings will not be worn during rigorous physical activity, including playground on the equipment. Students will be provided a breakaway lanyard to clip their face mask on when they remove their mask. Students are also asked to bring a plastic bag to store their mask in case it is needed during the day. Please email the nurse with any medical concerns. Students will be reminded to use face masks. If a student continually refuses, parents will be contacted. Here are some important items to take note of. There are no field trips allowed at this time. There will be no in-person assemblies or concerts or any large group gatherings. Students are encouraged to use individual water bottles and not use the water fountains on campus.
Non-lunch recess will occur in individual classes with the classroom teacher. Gavilan Peak has many areas available to maximize social distancing, including the fields and basketball courts. The teacher will only allow classroom equipment such as basketballs and volleyballs, and those will be sanitized nightly by the teachers.
Playground equipment will be available during recess. Students will be participating in recess with their grade levels. Students will be washing hands before they are using the playground equipment. Each evening, the playground equipment will be disinfected properly.
Before lunch and after recess, sinks are available outside the multi-purpose room. Also, there are hand sanitizer stations all the way down the hallway. Students will be lining up for lunch. Students who eat breakfast in the morning will pick up breakfast in the center of campus at the plaza, but then they'll go directly to their classrooms. Remember, breakfast is provided again for free until December. Students are highly encouraged to bring lunches in a disposable bag. And also remember, through the end of the semester, school lunch is free. When in the cafeteria, students will be socially distanced. Our cafeteria is going to look a little bit different this year, with tables being 3 feet apart and only 2 students are allowed per table.
Safety procedures are set up for band, choir, and music. The teachers will be sharing their specific procedures with you. As far as art and PE, they will ensure that seats and equipment are sanitized after each class. We are asking students to bring their own art supplies, and a list will be shared later with you. Campuses will have a limited amount of supplies on an as-needed basis. These items will also be sanitized between uses.
Hi everyone. Our Media Center will be closed. Students will use alternative methods to request and check out books, such as going over lists with our classroom teachers. The Media Center specialist will deliver those requests to the classroom and collect items. The media specialist will follow cleaning protocols to ensure books are disinfected.
Welcome to the Health Center. There will be a low threshold for illness this year. Please do not send your student to school if they have any of the COVID-19 symptoms, no matter how mild. Our number one priority is the health and safety of our students. Stay healthy, Firebirds.
Coming to the office is going to look a little different. There will be a limited number of students allowed in the office at one time. If a student is waiting for the nurse, the counselor, or maybe administration, they will be socially distancing. 4th grade and above will be asked to sign in on an iPad, which will be sanitized after each use. If the office is full, the student will be called back to the office at a later time. No outside visitors will be allowed on campus. Visitors are limited to the front office lobby area only. Only one visitor at a time will be allowed in the lobby, and lines are socially distanced outside the lobby.
Also, you will notice signs and movement directions that allow for social distancing, such as the markings on the floors and walls. Only medically necessary items can be dropped off in the office. If a student forgets their lunch, they may be provided one in the cafeteria for free.
All students will have one-to-one technology, meaning the district will provide either an iPad or a Chromebook, depending upon the grade. Our kindergartners will have iPads, where the rest of our grade levels will have Chromebooks. If a student has already received a device from district, they will continue using that device. Our K-3 students will be leaving their devices on campus. Those devices will be cleaned nightly and left for charging. Now, our 4th through 8th grade students are going to be taking their devices home. So one of the really big things is making sure you charge your device at home and making sure you bring it to school. Now, when you are at school, charging will be a little bit more difficult, maybe due to the lack of chargers, but we are getting more. Or it could be due to the lack of social distancing when you need to charge your computer. Or even maybe you need to use your computer, but it's there charging. So again, make sure you charge your devices before you come to school. And also a reminder, as we come onto campus, we are still going to be using Canvas.
This has certainly been a very trying time for all of us. We want you to know that your child's social and emotional well-being is extremely important to us at Gavilan Peak. Our counselor is available for our students for any of their emotional well-being. In addition to that, our staff will be continuing to implement the All Things EQ lessons. We also encourage you to please check out our weekly newsletter sent out for up-to-date information on the weekly motto.
Now I'm going to talk a little bit about materials. Your classroom teacher may have a recommended set of classroom supplies as well as materials, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about some highly recommended supplies that we say all students should have when coming onto campus. Now, the very first one is individual classroom supplies, which includes your specialist classrooms, such as art. Please make sure you have your own supplies, as we won't be sharing supplies when we do come on campus for safety reasons. Again, if you have any questions with this, please contact your teacher. Also, information is available at dvusd.org/return to school. Highly recommended items for personal use would be an extra mask and a plastic bag to store that extra mask in. Also, a water bottle instead of using the fountains. A personal hand sanitizer, as well as personal disinfecting wipes. And we talked about this earlier, but disposable lunch bags are highly recommended and encouraged to minimize things going back and forth onto campus, especially from the cafeteria, the playground, and back into the classroom.
And finally, if you do feel like you need to come to the office to speak with somebody in person, please call the office and make an appointment.
We want to thank you for joining us and watching this video. We are encouraging you to contact your child's teacher in regards to any possible donations they may need. We are anticipating a high need of hand sanitizer and disinfecting wipes.
These are the highlights of the health and safety measures we're doing at Gavilan Peak. Again, please visit dvusd.org/return to school to find out more information. Also, the Return to School Parent Guide can be found on our Gavilan Peak website. We are so excited to start the school year in person, but we have to understand that we have to follow these procedures with fidelity for the health and safety of our students. Now, another reminder would be that we do have an arrival and dismissal procedure video that will be posted. So look for that in the next day or so as we update all of our information. And of course, we always want to end our videos with saying, we are GP.